Right. Okay, here's the little story all about how my life got flipped. No, I'm not going to go there. So, a little story behind this beer, because it's going to be quite an interesting one, and probably my most adventurous beer to date, I would say. So, a while back on the Brewtube official group, someone posted a link to an Omnipollo sort of collector's case of beers, and it was like 150 quid for like 750 ml bottles of beer, and I was like, what the fuck? But what stood out to me was the Blackforest Stout. Blackforest Stout type beer. That was one of the ones they had, and I went, I really want to try that. So I'm going to have a little brainwave, a bit like with Adam and his raspberry milkshake smoothie that Brewdog did. I was like, why not do one myself? And here we are. So first of all was the grain bill. And the hops. I'm going to cover all the secondary editions a bit later on, so we'll just concentrate, because to be honest, I haven't 100% figured them out yet. So I'll do a roundup at the end when I do the tasting. So 4 kilos of Maris Otter, 1 kilogram of Crystal, 0.4 kilos of chocolate malt, 0.25 of Cracker 3, 0.25 of roasted barley, 0.2 of torrefied wheat, and 0.2 of flaked barley. Lots of little adjuncts in there just to give it a bit more body. Mashing at 68 degrees. Hop additions, not a lot, obviously, because it's going to be a milk stout. 18 grams of Magnum, 15 grams of Bramling Cross. A little bit more blackcurrant flavours to it. And that's it. Yeast is going to be across my loof. Real ale yeast. In terms of secondaries, that I will come back to that. I'm going to definitely have cocoa, however you say it, cacao nibs in there. Blackberries, I've definitely got some of them. And the cherry, I'm not entirely sure. I was thinking Kirsch, but I need to do some experiments with volumes to work out how much I'm going to need roughly, because I'm a bit worried it might be quite a lot. So that's a grain bill, and here comes the brew day footage. The mash is on. Good night. Sparge water is on a timer, ready to be heated, ink burr controlled in the morning. So I'll see you in the morning. Cheers. Good morning. The time, well, I've had several catastrophes already. Horrible night with the kids, so I ended up not getting started till a lot later than planned. It is now 20 to 9, and the temperature probe fell out over. I had my strike water heating up overnight, as you know, or sparge water. Either I forgot to put the temperature probe in, or it came out, and therefore I came down to a rolling boil, and half my water evaporated. So I've had to top it up with cold water. Fortunately, there's only about another 20 degrees to heat, so I'm hoping it's not stitched me up too much, but we shall see. Fun and games. Okay, 12 minutes past 9. I've drained the kettle for the first time, drained the mash tun even, put the first lot of sparge water in. Second lot is just maintaining temperature. Back in 20 minutes. Alright, drain the kettle for the second sparge. Look at that colour. Ooh, yum, yum, yum. 9:39. Second batch of sparge water is in. So I'm going to start heating that up. See you soon. The Buffalo boiler is getting its maiden voyage today. This is where I'm going to test if my rewiring was okay or not. Final runoff from the mash tun. The rest of the water is starting to boil, I think. It's getting there. Woo! Sexy times, and it's 10 o'clock. So I'm getting back on track slowly. Have a boil, I repeat, we have a boil. 18 grams of Magnum going in. See you in 45 minutes. Okay, 15 grams of Bramling Cross plus Irish Moss. 15 minutes to go. And 500 grams of lactose. Yummy. Right, that's flame out, so we're transferring to the no-chill cube. Boom. Right, we're all done and in the cube. Time is 11:42. Pretty smooth brew day, other than the cock up with the sparge water at the beginning. New Buffalo boiler is fantastic. Not worried about boil over or anything because it's 40 litre capacity, so it just all stays nicely contained in the boiler. Thank you, Santa. Right, that's it. Just got to tidy up. I've done most of the clearing up. Just need to clean this, and that's about it. Cheers. Okay, OG is currently about 10:54, but I need to take into account temperature correction, so I'm gonna take the temperature now and then find out what my efficiency is. Okay, with temperature correction, OG is coming out at 10:69. I plan for 10:58. So 83% of efficiency, which I think is a world record. The only thing I don't know is exactly how much water I've got. I've guessed it's 23 litres. I think it might be a bit more, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know how I've just absolutely smashed my efficiency this time round. But obviously when I chuck it in the fermenter tomorrow, I'll be able to see a bit more exactly what volume is. So it's going to be a beastly 6.5%, I think, at least. Jeez. Okay, so I've had to rethink the base for my stout ever so slightly. Start again. Right, so I've had to rethink the cherry idea for my Blackforest Stout. I was going to use Kirsch, but I was experimenting with some Guinness and a syringe, and I would have needed about 4 litres of Kirsch for the batch, and it's about £35 a litre, so that ain't happening. So I've had a good idea for once, and that is... I needed some vodka anyway to soak the cocoa nibs in. I was thinking about maybe do some cherry brandy, but then I'd have to get cherry brandy and vodka, and that would have been about 19 quid, and this was £19.50. So I thought, 2 birds, 1 stone, so cherry vodka, and then I also got these in Aldi, £1.19 for 350 grams, which I thought was not bad at all. It works out cheaper than the Tesco deal, I think. So I've got 4 of these, so that's going to be... I also had another idea as well. So that's 1.4 kilograms of cherries. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split the batch of my beer. So I've got the stout in there. I'm going to take 10 litres of it, and I'm going to make that my Blackforest Stout, and the rest I'm going to liquor back slightly, so put some water in it, reduce the ABV, stick it on some bourbon chunks, kind of do like a Black Toothy Grin style beer. Obviously it won't be exactly the same because it's a different base recipe, but you know what, might even be better. Who knows? Only one way to find out. Yeah, it's just going to get really bloody expensive, this thing. Again, the amount of vodka, really I probably would need 2 bottles for a full batch. So again, just, you know, one of the reasons I brew is to save money, and I'll try and save money. And it could be shit, so I'm hedging my bet slightly on this one. So I've already done, I mean the cocoa nibs are what, 8 quid. Blackberries are free, because I picked them wild ages ago. Cherries are what, £5, 20 quid on the vodka, plus then hops. To be honest, the hops and the grain's not a lot at all. So I'm spending quite a lot of money on this, so yeah, I want to try and rein it in slightly. Okay then, so I just need this mother to finish fermenting now. It's gone off like a bloody rocket already. Let me show you. It smells amazing already, and there's a little peek of the lid. It's fine because it's, you're probably not going to see this. You're not going to see shit at all. But trust me, the Krausen is about that fucking big. 2 packets across my real ale yeast, and it's just gone off like an absolute freight train. Fantastic. Looks like there's a bit more than 5 litres in there as well. Excellent. So I'm really excited about this beer. I'm also really worried because it's probably the most adventurous beer I've ever tried, and I'm a bit scared it's going to turn out to be shit. Again, one of the reasons why I'm hedging my bets and only going to do 10 litres of it. Worst case scenario, I'll have to brew it again, won't I? Okay, so that's it for now, guys. I'm going to check back in once it's finished fermenting, and I'm adding my secondary additions. Exciting! Although I am going to soak the cocoa nibs in vodka before I go. Cheers. Okay, so we've weighed out the cocoa nibs. Time to pour on the old voddy. Now, people say enough just to cover them apparently, so a little bit more here, a bit more there, a little bit more. Again, this will add to the ABV obviously. That's it. That is it, and I'll need to keep an eye on this just to make sure it absorbs them, because it will absorb a bit, so I'll have to keep topping it up. I know loads of you have done this before, but I find this quite exciting because I'm sad. Alright, peace out. Speak to you soon.